Hey, what's happening? Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 3:44 a.m. in the freaking morning here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I'm ticked off this morning. Man, when I start the video, I can always see when I'm angry. I can't hide my emotions. I just did on that take. That's about the sixth take I just did. And I was able to, when I first started, I was like, good morning, happy Thursday. Anyway, I'm going to talk about a frightened old man today, a frightened, jittery old man that's scared of the freaks, as he calls them. Everybody in the current Democratic Joe Biden's government are freaks, people of color. These are the words. The LGBTQ community, transgender people. These are all freaks. If you have different color skin other than Caucasian, you're a freak. By the Nuge, Ted Nugent. I'm talking about Ted Nugent, the frightened, jittery old man that almost, I thought he was gone. I did. I actually, there was one comment I put on his Facebook page. I was like, is this dude still alive? I thought he was gone. Just want to poke him, poke the scared old man a little bit. So he's got this show. Well, let me start at the very beginning here. So I'm going, like I said, I'm going through Facebook yesterday, and his Facebook page pops up. Ted Nugent. I guess I know I talked about him before, and I must have friended him or followed him or whatever. And the first thing that pops up, this got me going right off the bat. It's a meme. It's a frightened old man Nugent meme, and it's got a picture of Joe Biden. I'll put it on my thumbnail if I can. Joe Biden, Volodymyr Zelensky, just when he just came here. It's got the two of them walking in front of the West Wing of the White House. And then superimposed in is a nude picture of Hunter Biden covering himself, kind of creeping up behind. And the caption here, the hilarious, intelligent, thought-provoking caption is, "Evil is as evil does." That's the first thing I saw yesterday. That got me going, man. It's like, oh, this doddering old fart is still around. So I look at this, man, and I ask myself, this is what I talked about Volodymyr Zelensky when he came here a week or two ago. And like I said, I remember, along with all you guys, seeing the people in Ukraine. I still see these interviews with just ordinary people that look a lot like American, like it looks like an American city a lot of times. Like I said, I remember seeing this picture of a little girl in a red snowsuit, clutching a stuffed animal, and they're running for the Poland border as Russia rains missiles in on all of their cities, on civilian populations. You know, and I asked myself, how can they be against this Volodymyr Zelensky? How can they make him out to be some evil person? I don't get it. This guy is the epitome of democracy, of fighting for independence and freedom against Russia. Our lifelong, superpower nemesis. And these guys are taking the side of the evil Russia. I'm amazed. All right, then Hunter Biden. Let's talk about him next, man. What is their obsession with Hunter freaking Biden? Nobody cares. I guarantee you, if I did a video tomorrow talking about Hunter Biden, I wouldn't get more than 20 views. Nobody cares. Nobody freaking cares. And here, you want to know why nobody freaking cares? I'll tell you why. This is a story I was going to do, and it's going to work nicely into this video. Donald Trump Jr., right? So supposedly they're against Hunter Biden because he made some money because his father was vice president. Is that the gist of it? Is that basically the gist of it? The big guy, is that what they called supposedly Joe Biden, and supposedly Hunter Biden made some money. We know he had problems with addiction, as I did. I'm not gonna go there. So right now, right at this very minute, let me tell you what Donald Trump Jr. is doing right now. He's hawking freaking Bibles online. He's selling Bibles. He's selling We the People Freedom Bibles. I don't know what they're cost. These things are probably like $50. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. because he says the Judeo-Christian ethics we're under attack here in America. You know, Christians are under attack here in America. Really? Where's this attack happening? Because I'm Christian. Honestly, I'm Christian, and I certainly don't. I feel kind of guilty because other Christians are doing some unchristian stuff. That's about all I feel. He's hawking "We the People" Bibles, and then his father is selling these NFT cards, and then running for president. So let me get this all straight here. Hunter Biden supposedly grifted off his father being vice president. Well, how much money was that? I don't know. So, and these guys are supporters of Trump, the biggest nepotism scum in the world. So yeah, I don't want to get me going too far on this. So that's the first post I see. How they could be against Volodymyr Zelensky. How they could make him out to be a bad guy, and then this obsession, this sick obsession with Hunter Biden. I have no idea. And then they say, oh, it's the lamestream media is hiding all of Hunter. You know, they're patting down the Hunter Biden story so nobody knows about it. Meanwhile, Donald Trump Jr. is hawking freaking Bibles to make money. Billionaire's son, he's making money off this supposed unfreaking believable. So I started watching one of the episodes. I couldn't take much of it. The nightly Nuge, the doddering scared old man. He claims he's a speaker of truth and he does his research. Okay, he starts talking about the problem with airlines lately. Over the Christmas holiday, New Year's holiday, there was a lot of problems with airlines. We all know. It's very simple. I'll have the links right down below. We all know why this is. Delta Airlines got rid of 30,000 employees in 2020 and retired a lot of their aircraft, as did almost all the airlines, because of COVID. It takes years to train a new airline pilots. They have to retire when they're 65. There's a shortage of airline pilots. During this 3 years of COVID, they were worried about not going bankrupt. So they got rid of, I think Delta got rid of, it was a third of their employees. They had 100,000 employees. They got rid of 30,000 employees, and that's just Delta. And they retired, I don't know how many aircraft, just trying to keep their bottom line in the black during COVID. We all know what this is about. Now, you can't just, you don't just put an ad in the paper for airline pilots. It takes years. I forgot how many miles. I'll have links down below for all the regulations. It takes years and years and years to get new airline qualified commercial airline pilots and to put new planes into use. So Nugent, this really gets me angry here. Nugent blames it all on Pete Buttigieg. By the way, he just came to Connecticut, I think it was yesterday. The biggest bridge in the state, the Gold Star Bridge that goes over by the casinos. It's 80 years old. And we just got a grant. I think it's $158 million, something like that, for this bridge. A lot of the parts on this bridge are rated poor. Here in Connecticut, we are a main corridor between New York and Boston. There's just nonstop traffic. Our bridges during the winter and the summer and the changes in temperature, our temperatures go up and down 50, 60 degrees in 24 hours. And these bridges take a beating. If you're old enough to remember the Mianus River Bridge collapse, where one of our bridges just collapsed back in the 70s, and I forgot how many people were killed, like a half dozen people were killed. The cars, everything just collapsed. This was down by Greenwich. We're very cognizant of our bridges. So yesterday, Buttigieg comes to Connecticut. I like Pete Buttigieg. So Nugent, he's got this nightly show, the Nightly Nuge, the doddering old man. And this I couldn't watch much of it, but this is what he said. He said, no longer are people appointed into the U.S. government because of their experience and their qualifications. Wait, let's just stop right there. This is the guy that supports Donald Trump, right? What freaking experience did his sons, Jared and Ivanka, or whatever her name is, what experience did they have? What schooling, what knowledge and experience did Trump have running the country? So he's saying, no, you don't need experience or any of that to be in the government now. You only need to be a freak. And then he actually says this. He says you need to be a freak. You need to get hired because of the color of your skin, because of your sexual preference, because of or being a cross-dresser, as he calls it. So I'm just sitting there with my mouth open. So basically, he's calling these people freaks. People with different color skin, Native American people, I don't know. I guess anybody that's not Caucasian. I'll put the link right down below. I can't believe the guy is spouting this ridiculous nonsense. So this is what he says. He says, in order to be in Joe Biden's government, you need to be a freak. And then he starts with people of color. Unbelievable. Again, these are not my words. These are the words of the doddering, scared old man, Ted Nugent. This guy reminds me of all Trump supporters. These older Caucasian people in their late 70s living in completely Caucasian areas that are just terrified of anybody or anything that looks different than them. It's an attack on our Judeo-Christianity. It's an attack on us. Why we're not number one anymore. It's an attack on us. We can't use the bathrooms. We can't walk down the street. Unfreaking believable. The links will all be down below. I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a good Thursday.